Welcome once again to Musings by Danon. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Danon. I'm currently reading over 600 manga and light novels, and my two favorite genres are fantasy and romance. Now, I come from a literary background, so I focus more on story structure and tropes than cool fight scenes or power scaling. I'll leave discussions of powering up to anti-tubers with physics and engineering degrees. Speaking of tropes, one of the common ones I've been seeing recently is the Gyaru and the Otaku. Yes, there are a lot of Gyaru in manga, and we love them. Whether the Gyarus are heroes or villains, they are delightful to see. And one of my favorite manga is a romance between a Gyaru and an Otaku. Yes, that's right, I'm talking about My Dress-Up Darling. Yes, Gojo is an otaku. He's not an otaku that us Western anime fans would recognize, though. Otaku means obsessed. Someone who watches a variety of anime is not an otaku per se. An otaku is someone who obsesses over a single genre or single series. Someone who likes a variety of anime, shonen battle anime, romance, slice of life, comedies, isekai, is an anime fan. Someone who only watches Gundam, collects Gundam, is obsessed with Gundam, and even streams videos of themselves constructing Gunpla, is an otaku. In Japan, there are Disney otaku who visit Disneyland Tokyo regularly. There are idol otaku who attend every concert and know everything about their favorite idol. And there are Hinadol otaku, which is what Gojo is. Marin may be a huge fan of anime, manga, and visual novels, but she watches a variety. Just in the anime, we go from a very adult game to a child-friendly magical girl anime to a fighting game to a slice-of-life Yonkoma. Sure, the last girl may have been a succubus, but the source material was very cute and wholesome. But Gojo continues to obsess with Hinadols, even up to the current chapters of the manga. So, why did I bring this up? I wanted to discuss this trope and how it was presented in other manga. Don't worry, I won't be spoiling anything in this video. The bad news is only one of these manga has been officially translated into English. Don't worry, I'll post a link down below so you can order yourself a copy. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Otaku-kun Who's Kind to Gyaru is the story of a boy named Otakura and his blossoming relationship with the brilliantly shining Narumi. Otakura got made fun of in middle school because he was always drawing. He loves art, painting models, drawing, you name it. But he tries to keep it a secret. Tries and fails. 2 weeks into the new school year, Narumi comes to chat with him and calls him Otaku-kun. Otakura denies being an otaku, of course, but Narumi points out that he was drawing in class today. Otakura thought he was being sneaky, but apparently he wasn't sneaky enough. Wondering aloud what she wants from him, Narumi shows off her nails. Look how crazy these are. Yeah. Totally. Smudged, sloppy, the nails look hideous. But Narumi seems excited about them for some reason. So Otakura decides to go with a neutral response. Yeah, they're unique. You see, Narumi was going for a special design. Here, look. She pulls up a social media post and explains how the nails sparkle and shimmer, like the stars in the sky when you rotate them. But she wasn't able to make them anywhere near that. Narumi even watched several videos on how to do it herself, but her nails don't look anywhere close. But that's why she came to talk to him. You're good at drawing, right? Can you make these? Please? Yes, I realize this is very similar to the introduction of My Dress-Up Darling. A Gyaru wanting some fashion help from an otaku. And, just like in My Dress-Up Darling, our main boy is an introverted otaku who is trying to hide his hobbies at school, but gets found out by the class Gyaru. She then asks him for help and he acquiesces. But that's where the similarities end. Unlike Gojo, Otakura isn't a shy and awkward boy. He's introverted because he's introspective. He's a loner not because he doesn't know how to make friends, but because he prefers to be alone. There's a quiet confidence in him, and when he's in his element, he shines. Not occasionally like when Gojo is talking about Hinadolls and then gets embarrassed about his obsession. Rather, Otakura is confident. Yes, I like this. Deal with it. He's more like Kitagawa. Remember how she put that guy in his place in the first chapter? The one who made fun of her for liking anime? While Otakura isn't as mean as Kitagara is, he won't tolerate anyone bullying him about his hobby. And that's what makes this series unique. Though he is still nervous about talking to girls, especially girls as pretty as Narumi. In order to get started on her nails, he needs to clear her paint off. It won't damage the nails, but he can't have her layers of paint interfering with the new project. And the new paint is going to be permanent. Fortunately, she texts him first, opening the lines of communication. And because Otakura is a serious hobbyist, he has a UV drying rack, allowing him to paint multiple coats in a relatively quick succession. The next day, both Otakura and Narumi arrive at class early, one eager to see her new nails, the other eager to show off his handiwork. But both are too embarrassed to say anything. Otakura shows off the nails to Narumi and she is starstruck. Freaking out, she puts the nails on and is even more excited. She can't believe how good the nails look. In her excitement, Narumi pulls Otakura over, locks arms with him, and takes a selfie. And so, the secret relationship between a gal and an otaku has begun. Only, Narumi didn't even think about keeping it a secret. She enthusiastically went around and showed all of her friends the beautiful nails that Otakura painted. How will this upend the life of our quiet otaku? Speaking of having your life upended by a Gyaru, what happens when there are two Gyaru in the same class? This next series is another that doesn't have an official release yet, but I believe it's only a matter of time. Gal Can't Be Kind to Otaku contains one element that a lot of people are tired of: a love triangle. My personal solution to love triangles is polyamory, but that would make too much sense and remove so much of the delicious tension created by love triangles. Allow me to set the scene. Seo is an otaku, and his favorite series is Kiramon, an anime for little girls. It's a sort of cross between a magical girl anime and Pocket Monsters. Like Cardcaptor Sakura, but with Digimon instead of off-brand tarot cards. Anyway, Seo is incredibly excited to finally get the limited edition Kiramon eraser. After all, it was only available to supporters, and since it's a collector's item, it would totally be a waste to use it, right? Except that Ichiji, the Gyaru who sits in front of him, borrows it before he can say no. After all, otaku are weak against Gyaru. Otakus are quiet beings who live in darkness, and are incapable of standing up to people as outgoing and brilliant as Gyaru. And Seiyu has the bad luck of not just one outgoing, beautiful, shining Gyaru in his class. There are two. Ichiji is your standard Gyaru, fashionable, outspoken, and just loves to have fun. Amane is tall and beautiful, but also cold and distant. Ichiji mistakes the art for Pokemon, but Seiyu corrects her. No, it's not Pikachu, it's Kepi. It appears for the first time in episode 4. Otaku can't help but correct people, even Gyarus, when they're wrong about their fandoms. But then Amane corrects him. No, he first appears in episode 2. Wait a minute. Amane is an otaku? And she loves Kiramon? Of course not. My sister is the one who loves Kiramon, not me. How could you even think that I'm the one who likes that show? It's for little girls, after all. I just love my sister and happened to watch a few episodes with her. Once or twice. It's not like I have a favorite Kiramon monster or anything. Spoiler alert, she's totally a Kiramon otaku. But she's also concerned with her image and social life. She knows most people would just make fun of her for liking a kid's cartoon. I know where she's coming from. I still experience this today. I tell people that Phineas and Ferb is the best American cartoon since Bugs Bunny, and people either look at me like I'm crazy or agree with me. The ones who look at me like I'm crazy are the ones who've never seen Phineas and Ferb. People who have watched that brilliant show recognize the genius behind it, and people who have studied literature recognize it as a masterclass in deconstructionism. Anyway, back on topic. Seiyu gathers his courage to talk to Amane about Kiramon, but she flatly denies disliking the show. My sister likes it, do you hear me? Oh, well, if you don't like it, I guess you wouldn't be interested in this limited edition keychain. Of course she's interested. Soon, Ichiji also becomes interested in the show as well. Of course, she's mostly interested because of how passionately Seiyu talks about the series. In fact, Seiyu starts ranting about how great the series is, then realizes he's being a creepy otaku, so he apologizes. but Ichiji tells him to keep going. She's enjoying listening to him. In fact, he looks like one of the monsters on the show, Rokeman. He even turns red like the rocket. The series is soft and cute, but has an underlying bittersweet tension as both girls fall in love with Seo. Seo loves both of them as well, but doesn't see himself as being worthy to date these girls. He's just happy he's got friends he can hang out with. Unlike Otakura from the previous manga, Seo is an introvert because he doesn't know how to socialize. In fact, he's similar to the otaku from our third and final manga, Nakamura-san, the uninvited Gyaru. Good news, this series does have an official release. And, unlike our other two series, our Otaku and Gyaru are both college kids. Akiyama works with Nakamura at a restaurant. They are both servers. Akiyama is clumsy, shy, and awkward, the typical otaku. But he has to work to help pay for his apartment, college, and of course, his collecting habits. Meanwhile, Nakamura is bright, chipper, and extroverted. Akiyama is bad at dealing with her. She's in a completely different world from him after all. Almost like an alien. Or a goddess. One day on the way home from work, Akiyama drops a coin. He steps out into the street to get it and almost gets truck-cooned. Of course, he's saved by Nakamura. "I owe you my life." "Your life, huh?" She decides to collect on that debt right away. You see, her old place was condemned and demolition crews are tearing it down. She doesn't have a place to stay, so she's going to move in with him. Why him? Why this awkward otaku? They barely speak at work. Is she just bullying him? Actually, Nakamura has been interested in Akiyama for a long time. You see, she's a closet otaku. Specifically, she's loved magical girl Rurururu. "Girls are the strongest and best" is the tagline from the series. And a young Nakamura was so influenced by the series, she started wearing her hair the same way as Rururu. The reason Nakamura first became interested in Akiyama was because, on her first day working at the restaurant, Akiyama mumbled Rururu when he saw her. She'd been wearing her hair like Rururu's for a decade, and he was the first person who recognized her. Instantly, Nakamura became interested. More and more she found herself watching this awkward otaku. Is she developing feelings for him? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, he's kinda cute in a nerdy, awkward sort of way. And he knew who Rururu was, so that's always a bonus. And she's not worried about him attacking her. Besides, look at all the cool manga he's got at his house. Oh, what's this one? Wait, what do you mean, Dojin? Explain it to me, Akiyama! I'll post a link to this one down below so you can order it yourself. Volume 2 comes out in February, so you've got some time to pick up Volume 1 and read it. In the meantime, what Gyaru Otaku manga have you read? Which one's your favorite? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There are several tiers to choose from. You can pick an anime or manga for me to do a video about, or you can join our monthly manga club. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgie, Nazwin, Konga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Austin, William Pye, Kazaris, Booksoup, Patrick, Travis, Naffy, Noodle, Tiz, Art, Kiki, Jiki, and Gabriel. You guys are awesome. I post anime or manga videos often, or you can click here to watch additional videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Musings by Danon.